Ongeza mchanga. Ongeza mchanga.
Pita. Haya. Very good, very good. Haya now.
Nani? Omba hii kwa pesa. Omba hii kwa pesa. Unadai mwambie.
Good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Good.
Yes, I think we can start. Although I'm saying Wizara ya Mazingira, Climate Change na Misitu kule Nairobi, na mimi nitakuwa hii. So nitakimbiza sana ratiba ya leo. Nataka nimwite Bishop Sorum akuje atukaribishe na
wageni sana tunaotambua, tunapenda sama, karibuni sana.
These children go to far distances to fetch water for both domestic and watering the plants.
Namo aidomono onaleka lang mheshimiwa leo
here. If we had sufficient water,
we could have opened this session. I would like to request those who are in charge of primary school environmental club members. They have a poem. Now those ones also will dance. Ready to excite you and you'll be able to see.
Is a signatory to the Paris Agreement, as you know, having ratified it on 28th December 2016, and is therefore obligated to prepare and submit what we call nationally determined contributions towards the fulfillment of the Paris Agreement's objective of keeping the increase of global temperatures to well below 2%, 2 degrees centigrade with respect to the pre-industrial area levels, and further aim to limit it to 1.5%. So Kenya's updated NDC, submitted to the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change on 28th December 2020, commits to abate greenhouse gas emissions by 32%, relative to the base that I've just mentioned. So in line with that, the forest sector in Kenya has been identified in our NDC as critical to contributing to the attainment of our NDC targets. As part of the support to the forestry sector, the Ministry of Environment, Climate Change and Forestry, together with UNDP, have developed the project entitled Forestry and Land Restoration Program for Kenya's NDC, popularly known as FLARAC. And this is where we are. The project identifies the urgent need to design sustainable measures to resolve systemic barriers that continue to hinder sustainable tree growing and mitigated ecosystems and land degradation. Part of the coverage for this project is the Suswa-Magadi ecosystem where we are. The FLARAC project is intended to contribute to the realization of the country's climate change mitigation and adaptation efforts, as well as ecosystem restoration efforts, such as the presidential directive to achieve 30% tree cover by 2032, and Kenya's commitment to restore 5.1 million hectares of degraded land by 2030 under the Afri 100 initiative of the African Union, among others. The activities that you have engaged in today are serving as a catalytic intervention, like mentioned by other speakers, to be replicated in the entire ecosystem for purposes of meeting the objective of sustainable tree growing and land restoration for a healthy ecosystem. Allow me at this juncture to thank the government and the people of Japan for their tremendous financial support that has allowed this project to succeed in a magnitude that we have witnessed. We, together with UNDP, also wish to thank our partners that include the county governments of Narok and Kajiado, Songiro South Development Authority, thank you very much, CEO, the Net Fund, Tata Chemicals, and Community Roads Empowerment, that's CORE, among others. We commit as a government to continue reaching out to stakeholders to support upscaling of the identified interventions as we restore Lake Magadi, which has borne the brunt of silt deposition from this catchment. Upscaling and replication of such interventions are central towards climate change mitigation and adaptation, as communities are empowered to have environmentally friendly livelihood opportunities and conserve carbon sinks. Finally, to our development partners represented here today, Kenya needs your support to realize her national, regional, and global environmental commitments. We therefore still call upon you, the people and the government of Japan, and the UNDP, to continue supporting our efforts. And of course, I also want to thank Bishop Surum for the prayer and of course for what you've just requested. We will pass on to our Cabinet Secretary to ask her to help the school here have water for tree planting. We are very happy. The school administration, Mwalimu, let's give her a clap, this principal, this headmistress. You know, as we were coming into this area this morning, we saw a school on a hill, which was only buildings but no trees. And we kept asking, how are these kids able to learn, and how are these teachers able to teach without tree cover? So we are very glad that this school has shown that it's possible to green an environment despite limited amounts of water. We also want to echo what the county commissioner here said, that as we plant these trees, let's also grow them. You know, you can't plant them and feed them to cattle. So we want these trees to grow so that we are able to change our environment. So
this is one of the 20 school nurseries we have established. So we have been tasked to establish the nurseries in the school, because school, we can assure the kind of sustainability, because school kids get to learn how to produce the seedlings and plant trees in the communal land. Yeah, so we have been working hand in hand with the school management, and the biggest challenge here was a scarcity of water for the last 3 months. But the school has been cooperating very well, and they have been providing water. So the whole objective of this project is that annually we produce over 400,000 seedlings, which is a lot of seedlings, and to also reforest more than 220 hectares of the forest, which means this school itself is tasked to produce more than 20,000 seedlings annually, and plant more than 11 hectares annually. So school kids, this school has an environmental club. So this club is in charge of the taking care of this nursery and managing well. Yes. So President of Kenya, William Ruto, has announced that launched actually the program in last year December, that now the forest coverage in Kenya is about 12%, 12.13%. But in 2032, he wants to see more than 30% land to be covered by forest. But we lack a lot of seedlings. We need like 2 billion seedlings to achieve that. So this kind of community initiative is really important. Yeah, because community itself is aware about the environment destruction, and they can come and get seedlings from here. They can buy at the subsidized price, and they go back to their individual farms and plant from there. So only here we have about 27,000 seedlings already. Yeah, so they are like casuarina, acacia, and eucalyptus, which works really well in this climate. Yeah, so today I'm so happy that I'm handing over this management and ownership to the school